I want to talk about comfort zones. And when I say that, what I think about is I think about a lot of different things. Like I think about how a lot of us live with trauma, with pain and hurt and, things that happened to us 5, 10, 15, 20, 30 fucking years ago. And we've just carried that pain with us, inside of us, and we've never healed from it. And the reason why is because of comfort zones. Comfort zones are dangerous because they don't allow you to grow as an individual. It's impossible to heal in a comfort zone. It's impossible to grow or mature or evolve or elevate in any kind of way in a comfort zone. If you want to be better as a person, if you want to live your best life, if you want to live a high quality life, if you want to live something other than just a mediocre, average, or even below average life, you have to be willing to step outside of your comfort zone. I think about this a lot when I'm in the gym because I see a lot of people in the gym working out and I just observe. And when I observe people working out, although they're in the gym and they're lifting the weights and they're on the machine and they're, doing the fucking elliptical and, they're on the treadmill or the stair climb, like whatever it is, they're still not leaving their comfort zone. They look just as relaxed as they would be if they were just sitting on the couch watching TV. They're just moving. But they're not sweating. They're not breathing hard. They're not taking breaks. Because they pushed themselves to the point to where they just couldn't go any longer. They just look very comfortable. And so I just look at them. I notice. I look at them. I'm a fucking health coach. I coach people, with workouts and eating, and I do a lot of shit. All right, so that's something I've noticed. From most people in the gym, any day I go, most people that are there are still not coming out of their comfort zone. So you know what that means? That means they're almost wasting their time being there. Like it's not a complete waste of time to get out and you're moving. It's better than just laying in bed all day or sitting on the couch all day and, stuff in your face. It's definitely better than that. But no pain, no gain. You got to come out of that comfort zone. You're not going to see. And what happens is they're not going to see results. And then they're going to get discouraged. And they're going to quit. That's what happens. And so us, like on a more personal level of like healing from trauma, you know, and depression and you know, just all the different things that we've suffered. A lot of us try to suppress that pain, and that's a way of going to your comfort zone. Like, you know why people get high? People get high because they're unhappy. They're miserable. They can't deal with life in that moment sober. They need help. They need outside help. And drugs is what they go to. Because drugs are very effective in making you feel better and in numbing your pain. And you know, I ain't judging nobody. Everything I talk about, I've been through this shit, you know. And, you know, back in my 20s, I used to stay high. I stayed high. Like literally, like every day, all day. If I wasn't high, I was on the way to getting high. Or drunk, something. Because I was miserable. I couldn't deal with life without help. Like I needed some outside help in the form of a drug of some sort. But, you know, it didn't resolve any of my issues. It just helped me get through the day. But if I was to sober up and like stay sober long enough, it was torture. It was torture for me to be sober. I couldn't deal. That's why people get high, because they can't deal. Because life is too much. They don't know how to manage their life. They don't know how to live. They don't know how to deal with problems and stress and, you know, the cares of this life. They don't know how to deal with their thoughts. You know, just the thoughts that pop up in their mind. They don't know how to deal with that shit. A lot of people are being tormented, like daily, by the thoughts that are in their mind. And so they get high instead of just face it, which ain't easy. It is not easy. But I'm just saying, you know, they run from that and run to a comfort zone, however they got to get there. And just for a lot of people, it's some sort of drug. And, you know, you can't just limit it to, you know, like the hardcore drug users. You gotta include the weed smokers that try to glamorize smoking weed and popularize it and make it look cool and, you know, make it look like they're happy and having a great time. You gotta include them because they're fucking miserable. They're unhappy. That's why they get high so much. It's just a different drug. But one drug addict ain't better than the other. A drug addict is a fucking drug addict. You got to include food in that too. Because a lot of us, okay, we might not be getting high off of weed or crack or meth or popping pills or whatever, but we run to food. And the food that we run to is not really food. If you read the back of the fucking label, you'll know that. It's nothing but chemicals, drugs. Like they're literally putting drugs in the foods to make them taste better, to make you feel better, to get you addicted. And it's all toxic. It's all poisonous. Same thing. That's a drug addict too. Like, your drug is just food. Which, again, you know, I use that term very loosely because it's not even food. Like, what most of us eat thinking it's food is not even food. Again, just read the label. Just read the label of anything that you like to eat. Any of your favorite foods. It's all drugs. And if you're talking about restaurants and going out to eat, that shit is even worse. Except there's no label. So there's no way to know what's in it. But that's even stronger proof of you being an addict. Because you don't even care what's in it or how it could affect you. You just want to feel better. It's drug addict. And so this is all, we do these things in an effort to stay in our comfort zones or get back to our comfort zones. Because if we've been out of our comfort zone too long, we start feeling depressed. We start feeling anxious, or we start worrying. We start feeling afraid or stressed out. It's too much. We can't handle it. So we got to get back to our comfort zone. And you'll never grow like that. You'll never evolve. You'll never become better as a person like that. The only way to grow is to come out of your comfort zone and to just, eliminate those comfort zones one at a time, because chances are we don't just have one comfort zone. Like, we have options of comfort zones. We might not want to drink. We might just want to smoke. We might not want to smoke. We might just want to drink. We might not want to smoke or drink. We might just want to eat. We might not want to do any of them. We might just want to have sex. There's so many options, so many comfort zones that we have. And all we're really doing is running away from life. We're running from the pain. We're running from the hurt. We're staying sick. We're running from healing. And, I'm just saying, if you are a person that understands the importance of growth and healing and evolving, and understand the connection that has to a better quality of life and better relationships, then this is just, something I'm shining a light on. That's all it is. And if you want to keep running, keep running. I faced the shit a long time ago, and I'm still facing it. But I'm a lot better off now than where I was. But it's a lot. I mean, chances are, it's not just one thing that you've been hurt by. There's not just one cause of trauma or pain. It's a lot. It's a lot of shit. And if you want a better quality of life, if you want better relationships and better friendships, better job, better career, better income, better health. It starts with facing your traumas, the sources of those traumas, the sources of your pain, one at a time, and healing one at a time. You gotta do it sober. You gotta do it alone. It's a solo journey. It's not a journey that you can take friends with you on. It's not a journey that others can really help you with. Now you could listen to videos like this and, get some like tips, some advice, different things like that. But ultimately, you gotta get with you. And you just gotta face that shit. You gotta come out of your comfort zone. You gotta stop running to your comfort zone and face that shit. It's just a little pain. That's all it is. You're not gonna die. You might cry. It's definitely gonna hurt. But you're not gonna die. It's not gonna kill you. You might get mad. You might want to throw some shit. You might want to yell, scream. Do that. Get it out. You might have questions, like all that. Just go through the process. Come out of that comfort zone and go through that process. And as you do that, one thing at a time, each thing that you heal from, your standards are going to go up. The quality of your life is going to progressively get better and better. You'll notice it all throughout your life. You'll notice improvements all throughout your life. You'll begin to love yourself more, value yourself, respect yourself, honor yourself more. You'll stop sending out that energy of desperation and that energy of I'm not good enough, that energy of insecurity and low self-esteem. You'll stop settling. You'll start realizing that you deserve much more than what you've been settling for. Change your whole fucking life. But you gotta go through that process.